How are you today, sunshine? So a bit different this time. I feel like I say this all the time though, but this is very something not for everyone, and not everyone can relate to this, or hardly anyone. I have discovered about myself that I can communicate with spirits, energies, whatever you want to call them, angels, things that you can't see or feel. Personally, I don't see them. I hardly see anything that is, I would say, spiritual. I guess I'm not really clairvoyant in that matter. Normally when I talk to spirits, I get the information back, and it's a lot like you would talk to yourself. And I've done that since I was a little girl, and I always thought I was having these super smart conversations with myself, when in reality I was talking to spirits, or to spirit guides, to angels, to people who died, mostly family who dies, then talks to you. We have this connection that is beyond this 3D world, and it's, I don't know, spiritual world is probably really hard to explain. Because even the spirits are not, they don't have physical body, which means they don't work linear, they don't work like we would expect, you know, like humans work, you know, it can't be there and there, while spirits can't do that. Like, example, there's 10 siblings, their mother died, and they all go to bed and want to talk to her, and that's possible. Because spirits don't work the same as we do, and they don't see time linear. Time is more like a spiral, and like those spirals are like connected. It's really complicated, and I've never talked about anything like that before. It's really hard to explain how I talk to them. It's the best if you just relax. The easiest, I would say, it's when you go to bed and before you fall asleep. It's by far the easiest. For me, it's also easy in the bathroom because it's so peaceful and nobody's gonna disturb me. In the bathroom, I find this like really relaxing energy, generally. Like, we have a toilet and a bathroom in the same room, and like it doesn't matter if I'm like in front of the mirror or in the shower or on the toilet, I can just get ideas, I can think or talk to spirits, which lately I don't do. What do you get even from talking to spirits? It depends. I only talked to one person that I know, or I knew, I should say, which is my grandfather. I feel like the other grandfather, because I lost both of my grandfathers, but the other grandfather got lost somewhere. I don't know what happened, but apparently he was not as good. Or maybe he is still stuck. I don't know, I just learn new things every day, and by stuck it could mean he didn't cross over, or he's attached to his body, which means we buried him, his body. While the grandfather that I talked to, we cremated him so he could easily detach from his body. So I can easily talk to him even if I wasn't connected to him so much or at all. Basically, it just, I still talk to him so much, like, how do you feel about this? Because he was very attached to some things when he was alive, and I was like, you know, what do you want with this? And then he basically doesn't care. Like, souls that are dead, they are not attached to physical because they're not here. Even if they are here in spirit, they don't care about material. It's different. It doesn't matter, you know, you come without anything and you leave without anything, and what's left behind you is for the people who live and not for you. So yeah, that's what I talked to him about, and it's interesting to see, you know, his points of view as a spirit, because he's so much more open now. Before he was having these views and being human, you know, and now he's just like, do whatever you want. I don't care, you know, he's not sad if you don't go to his grave. Grave is for people who live, not for people who die. It's just how it works, and it's fine, you know. Some spirits obviously could feel a bit sad, or I don't know how to say it, if people didn't care about them or so, but I don't know, I just heard those things. Generally, they don't care as much as we do about the material stuff. I don't know how to express myself because they don't have feelings like we do. But if you wouldn't ever think of them, that would be kinda, you know, most of the things is just for the living. Except burying the body or cremating them. Do I know who am I talking to? Yes and no. Sometimes I don't even care who I talk to. I just put a question out. If I'm very open and I put a question out and I get a response right away and I'm like, Oh my god, I actually didn't mean to know that, because spirits don't care if you want to know or not. If you're open enough, the information is just gonna come, and then you're like, oh my god, I didn't want to know that, especially if it's something about the future. Yeah, I tend to not ask too much because I don't want to know. I don't want to know too much about my future, because when I do, it causes like pressure, and I don't want to get jinxed, so I don't want to ask anymore. Lately I've been just asking what is like my purpose, and I've been getting some visions, but we'll see. We'll see. Or I don't know if I should call them visions, because I don't really get visions. They're very rare and I have to like basically ask to have a vision. I speak to all sorts of spirits. I do not really put them in boxes like who is who, besides if I want to talk to someone who died especially, then yeah. Otherwise, no. Do I talk to any famous dead people? No, because I feel no connection to them. Maybe famous in my country, I did that once, and I don't know, just put this like calm into my soul, because some people die such terrible ways, and that's very hard on me because I'm so sensitive, I'm so empathic. It's hard, you know, if somebody kills themselves, if I would go to their place and if I would tune into this energy, that would be so heavy on me. You have no idea, because I don't want to go there, but killing yourself is like the worst crime you can commit to yourself. You haven't given yourself life, so you can't take it from yourself. That's just such a heavy energy, because if you do that, then as a human you had to go through something bad, and those spirits probably have issues with communicating or with crossing over. Or I'm not a medium, I'm not anything, I'm just doing these things for myself. I'm just talking to them. I am talking, or I have been talking, or I talked to some of the souls that wants to come into my life, which you can assume who that is. It's my future child. It's possible there's more of them, but just one is really talking to me, the first one. The one that's more likely to come, because it's the first one. The further away it is, the less chances there are for this to happen. You know, that's just how life goes, you know. We don't have a destiny. We do have a life purpose, but it's not necessarily that we're gonna live it. There are some things that have to happen, or there are some things that push us into a certain direction, but overall we just have our own path. So we have free will and we can do right things, wrong things, both, but mistakes are normally there for us to learn. Yeah, it's kind of hard to talk about something so abstract when I have no one to talk to. If you have any questions, I might make a follow-up video. I don't mind. Thank you very much for watching, you know, always coming at you with guns of love. Bye! Life is what you make.